Volunteering is, I would say it's a good practice, but volunteering in an orphanage is not a good practice at all. For example, you go to an orphanage where children are so young and you only have one caregiver who is looking after 20 children or 25 children. We had a serious case here in Kenya where one orphanage had one staff who was looking at over 50 children. So you can imagine what goes on in between the children, but also the overwhelming nature of only one staff looking after all these children. Secondly, research has shown that, violence within orphanages is 6 times more likely to occur than in a family setup.
It is not a quality standard if you have every week a volunteer coming in. It is not a quality standard, what Stephen said, if you have one caretaker for 50 kids. We know if you send your child to a kindergarten, there's this ratio 1:5 or 1:4. Suddenly in an orphanage, he speaks about 1:50. So this is not a quality care standard. Another quality care standard is if there is family and the child has been taken away for whatever reason, you need to continue working with the family. If there has been violence, you work on positive parenting. You work on family strengthening if there was poverty. So that the child there's this goal to reintegrate the child back into the family and not to maintain the child in an institution.
We work in primary schools in education in Cambodia, and this issue kept coming up as really problematic. There will be brochures on tables of restaurants saying, don't volunteer in orphanages. A huge amount of parents are forced to migrate for work, so a lot of them migrate to Thailand. They bring their kids with them. They can't go to school or anything, so they're forced to use the orphanage even though they're not orphans, and they're seeing terrible results. The other thing that I came across was young Irish women who were volunteering in orphanages, and they themselves ended up traumatised by the experience because they could see very clearly that they were businesses being run and that the care of the children wasn't central, and they were forming attachments and then walking away from these kids and doubling the impact of that trauma on the kids. So I think that's the main message I would say.